All right, the button has been hit and the light has turned green somehow miraculously with our insanely overcomplicated rig at this point. But we are back for another Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming as we continue our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30. I'm as always Bograt.
I am Krampus.
I'm sure.
And I'm Vincent. Playing a game that is going through two different devices that...
Hunter, your mic might be on.
Yeah, it does sound like your mic is off. Or you're, like, turned all the way down or something. Brasilia.
Maybe.
I can really easily answer this question. Chirico fights because people keep screwing with Chirico.
Okay, try it now.
Trying it. Now I got through it all.
Yeah.
Talking. Yeah, no. No, it's not. Trying with it. Trying it again. Tech supports the. We're not having some. Very weird. Keep going. Best I do have limited breath, so.
I got no idea. Try the other mic.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Got some. Because it did reset to negative 30 decibel. Right now?
Trying now. How's that? Yep, okay. That makes sense.
Yep.
Like I said while we were trying to figure it out, it's not a sound goblin stream without some type of tech issue. That's the mark of quality we can promise you.
Also, I adore this mission as well.
But yes, to explain to all of our no viewers, the genuinely hilariously overcomplicated rig we currently have. So we'll start with the audio rig. So all of this is going through a Rodecaster Pro. 4 of us are on Rode pod mics that are feeding into the Rodecaster Pro, with Hunter being on a Rode Wireless Go 2 Lav that is fed in through the quote-unquote phone port on the Rodecaster Pro, which is all being fed into a laptop. The laptop is also what's running OBS. OBS is screen capturing a Steam Link window that is streaming the game to the laptop from my Steam Deck.
I'm sure we can make it more elaborate if we tried.
Oh, there's
Don't
different
want
more
it.
elaborate setups. We can get 4 GameCubes.
Yeah, we can just
Oh, God,
we can just build the
no.
Giga Quad.
And to the right, we've hung up decorative wind chimes.
Oh, and the laptop is being fed through a docking station into a TV. From where we are sitting, we can see the game 3 times.
Yes, we can.
Oh, and also, OBS is running on that laptop, but that laptop is about 10 feet away from where I'm sitting. So I am controlling OBS over WebSocket connection on another laptop.
We need to go deeper.
Which also does interestingly solve a problem we've had for a bajillion years, and like even if we were to go back to our old rig at the other place, I would still probably do the WebSocket control of OBS in the sense that we no longer have to alt tab out of the game for me to start or stop the stream.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh, it is also worth noting that no matter what I did, after all the other setup stuff I did to try and get this all working, Super Robot Wars 30 100% of the time tries to launch on the laptop screen, so I had to install a third-party program to forcibly move it to the other screen.
Amazing.
Because Windows just doesn't have that functionality, ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's been an issue for 30 fucking years.
I love that Von almost perpetually looks like just the grumpiest. Which, seeing what he's gone through, sensible.
It's important to note that Van is what happens if Spike Spiegel's life goes poorly.
Yep.
I know what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, whoever wrote this mission had fun writing it, actually.
Oh, absolutely. Plug my phone into the dock to charge. Hopefully it doesn't cause the whole rig to burst into flames. Oh, for those of us that do watch nights, by the way, there is actually a group currently working on fully fan subbing Mellowlink.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So we should have that sometime soon. They're up through it. They've gotten through episode 8 so far.
So,
We just got to wait for the other 4 because I think it's only 12 episodes.
so the last time I reformatted the computer, or my computer's reformatted, I reinstalled like the bookmarks of old, which are like 8 or 9-year-old bookmarks on some of these. So I've been slowly combing through them to get rid of the ones that are defunct. And I found one that for a group that was fan translating a lot of the Mazinger and Get a Robo manga. And on their sidebar, they had a massive link of stuff from the M board
Yeah.
from Vortex for like different fan sub projects. One of them was doing Mellowlink.
Yeah, it's probably, is it Ecosubs?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably Ecosubs because Ecosubs are the ones currently doing that.
But yeah, there were a lot of abandoned projects.
Yeah,
Because,
I mean, that's what always
you
happens.
say that website was like, I bookmarked it 8 years ago, and some of those websites are like even further back.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you bookmarked it a year ago. There's still going to be a lot of abandoned
Yeah.
projects. Most fan subgroups, or especially manga fan translation groups, pick it up for, 20 chapters and then stop.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, one of them was
Which is
a-
fine if manga is like 20 chapters long, but if it's 180 chapters long, it becomes really fucking annoying.
Interestingly enough, I think I'd have to look up the name again.
Oh, it's doing the thing. Which is weird because it absolutely did not do this to me when I was testing.
I was wondering why we were fighting in the black void of nothingness.
Sorry, quick way to fix this.
And then getting out of the game, changing what Proton version it uses.
That's a no. Well, as far as being quick.
Yes, it's actually like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Oh no, our Zero streamers will have 5 minutes of dead air. Visually.
Let me describe you to the decorative vase I've put next to our complicated setup.
Yeah, again, I did test this. I actually played through a mission and everything.
Okay, so you wouldn't believe it, but right now, in the middle of this field, there's a big field of grass that says, like, hello in it. The buildings.
I also can't see my cursor,
Correct,
so that's
yes.
not helpful
Oh, it's there.
either. Where is suspend?
Suspect, yeah.
I assure you, the cursor is there.
No. You do not want to continue playing.
Ryoma, please. It's tech support.
Yeah, just very, like, I actually went and did a mission. Just, like, make sure that it would actually, like, play properly and didn't hiccup or, like, didn't run at, like, you know, normal frames in the menus and then die when it went into battle. But, alright, that'll be just a minute.
Yep.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
For all of our non-viewers, if you were here last week, I was talking about the audio that happens if you play on Steam Deck and aren't on the right current version. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want me to check which one I'm using?
Yeah, if you can. Pretty sure it'll work with experience. Rather have to do. Meantime, be amazed with the view of my Steam library.
See.
One screen cannot show the entire universe.
Yeah, you want.
I only show what I currently have installed, so it's showing a more limited listing.
Okay, I will stop at some point.
Clearly, you should ignore the existence of Citra and Dolphin emulator on that. We only play fully, perfectly legal games here on SoundGolden Games.
It's all for homebrew, not
Yeah.
for pirating. Why would you think that?
Certainly home person.
I mean, to be fair, if you actually own the game, it's perfectly legal to play them on there.
Every game I have played on an emulator for our streams, I have owned.
Yeah, like I said, that's perfectly legal.
I do own a copy of Enchanted Arms.
Yes, yes,
Much
you
to
do.
my chagrin.
No one to blame but yourself.
Yep.
I paid $5 American for it.
You pay too much for it.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah.
I was not handed money and a copy of the game. I paid too much for it.
In all seriousness, we got more than $5 of entertainment out of it. Not by much, but we did get more than $5 of entertainment out of it.
I'm on 8 point. Took me a while to get further out, so I guess that's kept. My brain didn't want to switch from using American controls and Steam menus
Using the Japanese
to use
controls.
Japanese controls in game.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Why does it keep backing out of this menu?
It happens to me every time I go from playing a Switch game to playing on the Xbox controller.
That never bothers me when I'm actually like playing a games. Like when I just like pick up and start playing SRW on my Steam Deck, I never have an issue with the controls. It's just the oddity of like I'm playing SRW, so it's using Japanese controls. I'm still like in the thing, but I'm in a Steam menu right now. My brain doesn't immediately code switch to use Max. I literally button presses changing in between instant.
So, in order to get in the mood slash gameplay rhythm of playing Wilds, I played a little bit of Rise. So, of course, my first few minutes of Wilds was me hitting the cancel button instead of accept.
So now, hopefully... There we go.
Okay, we can see what we're doing.
Yeah, again, I absolutely 100% did actually do a mission when I was testing, and it did not have that problem. So I don't know. I blame Vince.
That's fair. Sure. Sure, blame me.
You're the one with the controller.
Now, see, what you don't realize is that the entirety of the enemy terrorist unit actually covered their area in a big black tarp.
Or at least when this
Say,
still
I will
kills
blame
you.
Vince, but I'm
I
specifically...
mean, it's control. It's going to be crit, so probably.
But not the Vince playing the game. The goblin, or the gremlin that lives inside the computer named Vince.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Kiriko managed to not actually kill something in one hit. Does remind me, I gotta get around to actually naming this laptop. Oh, it's currently like desktop dash bunch of fucking random gobbledygook. I do actually name my computers. I can keep track of which one is which.
I've decided that if I ever get another laptop, I'm naming it Slapjaw.
Gotta name that laptop, and I've also got to name the Steam Deck since I got the OLED.
Nice.
And Van will burn or whatever he touches. They finally use charge.
We are in a new chapter set, so things have been
Upgraded, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this laptop gets to be Radcliffe. I name all my computers after weird actors.
That's fair.
My desktop at home is Oldman.
Good choice.
My
Good choice.
my previous desktop was Rutger.
Okay.
This is a naming scheme going back to at least the early 2000s.
Whatever my current living computer on is usually named Lena. Fucking chaos machine.
Your machine better not be a chaos machine. I built it. And I will be very upset.
Just think of it this way: it won't be your fault.
I know.
Just think of it this way: next week you'll be able to help build it some more.
Well, that's going to be hardly a thing. That's going to be
Yeah.
putting a hard drive.
Yep. And I'm gonna have to probably Google how to do all the backups I want to do, just so I do them right this time.
Your FF14 isn't Steam, right?
It doesn't seem it's backed up.
Yeah.
Quite literally, the second I got stuff set up and found out about the hard drive thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that now.
Because if it wasn't for that, we could have moved your stuff to the other hard drive without having to reformat.
Yeah.
But
You have zeal. This is just fucking wrong.
14 might still have some stuff that does need to be manually backed up because there is some stuff that is actually like stored server side that if you're doing
Yep.
if you're moving it or whatever, it doesn't actually point to a place on your local machine.
Yeah, it's
So even if you do the Steam like move the game to this drive, it probably won't move the things like your control setups and whatnot.
Sure.
Your actual hotbars and all that.
Yeah.
That's the stuff you actually have to manually go into the game, tell it, hey, save this stuff, and then restore it the next time you load it up.
Yeah, it's the reason why the 14 one had to be. I had to manually set up things again. Was like it's installed on the hard disk drive. That didn't get reset at all. But that stuff's stored on
Some weird.
amalgamation of their server and your side. So if
Yeah.
it doesn't register as the exact same, it says back to ground zero.
Yeah, it just resets it to defaults.
Yep. And yes, I do mean ground zero, because that nukes it fucking flat.
Look, just because occasionally you have to reinstall Final Fantasy XIV and this leads to you running Innocent as an archer.
Yeah.
That is exactly
Because
what
it
happened.
reset-
That is
it
exactly
reset-
what actually happened, by the way, because it reset my things.
Yep.
But so it reset all my stuff. So I was trying to rebuild it. So I just threw a bow into the weapon slot. Like, okay, that's going to be barred, and forgot that you have to manually put the job crystals on.
Yeah, you have to manually put the drop crystals for anything prior to Heavensward.
Yeah.
So,
ace bonus.
so his ace bonus is plus 40% on counter?
Yeah.
All right. We'll take it.
At a very high
At
morale.
170 plus morale, i.e., you have to have put morale plus break morale limits on him.
Yeah.
Because the normal limit is 150. You cannot actually get to 170 morale without break morale limit. I think he starts with a couple ranks of it, so he may be able to get there naturally, but
We also have some of it because morale limit for everyone. There is some what's it called in
the ship upgrades
ship
also,
upgrades that
Ship
increase
upgrades
it.
increases cap.
Yeah.
Wow, these Gilgamesh soldiers are pretty nice to talk with their target. It's a shame we're gonna kill them. They were very good. Until they weren't.
No, he does not actually start with break morale limit at all. Now, mind you, he is a character you already want to try and get to 170 morale or higher anyways because of one of his unique skills, even beyond his ace bonus.
Yeah.
Because he actually just has a unique skill that triggers at 170 morale or higher, which gives him a plus 15 to all stats and an increase to like all parameters for his Dan.
Nice.
Sure does.
Is there anyone who we're currently grinding kills on?
Not particularly.
Not really.
Okay.
Like, kind of the same ones we always have been, but they're mostly there. So,
Like, I think the most notable one is Mosner. I
Mosner-
already had that actually.
yeah, Mazinger we need to get 180 on
we
across
like.
all of them, and the Ray Earth ones we need to get 150, which I think we were close to, if not already there.
We're already there. We already have that.
Yeah. Technically, we need 100 kills on Ernie, which we already have, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We needed 80 plus on Gridman, Jadecker, and Build Tiger combined by this chapter, which I'm pretty sure Gridman or Jadecker alone probably has close to.
Yeah, I
if
was going to
not
say
that.
it's like either of them on their own might well have 80 kills or something close.
We already got the Uso one, so we're good there. The only remaining one is essentially 60 up on Jay Decker, which will carry over to Duke Fire in the next chapter. But again, I'm pretty sure we're already there.
No. Oh, you mean to like move over here? Sure.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked too deep at like specific unlock stuff for Chapter 5, but also most of Chapter 5 is like pretty straightforward. It doesn't really have any super secret missions that take like special stuff to unlock, other than basically stuff we've already done.
Unfortunately, you've already taken a turn, is what I would say if you didn't cheat.
Oh. Cheater.
Like what we end up on is the mission we're going to be forced into in a little bit here, Flash Through Space, is a cutoff point for basically the first half of the game, essentially.
Yeah, but we've done all that stuff.
But we've
anyways,
done
so-
all the bonus missions and all that. It's just one of those ones where if you haven't gotten all the like optional stuff at this point, when you actually complete Flash Through Space, it basically unlocks pretty much every optional character you could have gotten previously. It's not like every single one, but it's like 15 of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but basically all the like space characters.
It's literally, you get Astanaj, Michelle, and Chan as supporters. You get the Rock Column, the Full Armor Yakushiki Kai, the Gundam with Amuro, the Mark II with Camille, the Mephis with Fa, the V-Dash Gundam Hexa, the Gun Blasters, the Narrative Gundam, Black Six, the Rhinos, and then a bunch of other stuff that we also get. And we are also going to get the second V2 because we already did the New Wings mission.
Right, we have access to our supporters.
Looks like the only thing we may possibly need is getting over 100 kills on Uso before we get out of this chapter. But even then, it's something that we can get a different way anyways. Just get it a little bit later.
Does that get the V2 assault, whatever?
It gets the Assault Buster option parts, yeah.
Okay.
Which are, in a way, kind of funny in and of themselves.
That was not necessary.
No, but it is funny.
So despite the fact that the Assault Buster parts are just designed for the V2, you can actually only put them specifically on Uso's V2. You cannot put them on the second V2. Now, mind you, you can put any Gundam pilot you want in Uso's V2 and have the Assault Buster parts, but it is very specifically that V2 only gets the option to put on the Assault Buster parts.
Everyone else is going over the ship because they use the diabolical strategy of being just far enough away from me to actually not be able to get to them.
In the game's defense, I think it somehow expects you to have advanced further before the second part kicks off. I don't know how it expects this.
Or I've been saying back and they've been coming this way or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Suffice it to say, as good as any given Super Robot Wars game is, that is the one thing they always fall into, is I think they drastically overestimate just how hard the challenges they set actually are.
Not mean to use that one, but it doesn't really matter. You actually have more than enough for me not to care.
I will say, most anything on this on our team that we throw against a scope dog qualifies as overkill.
Yes.
It's basically a VW bug that walks upright on two legs.
Wish, because I'm lazy. Oh, you still have another turn.
Oh, you scratched my paint. Bam. Oh no, team, they're politely inconveniencing Voltes V.
The real difficulty of this mission is getting people close enough so they can kill themselves on counterattacks. And here's a bunch of idiots stepping to Chirico.
The fools.
To be fair, about 85% of Armored Trooper Votoms is idiots and ATs stepping to Kiriko.
Yeah.
This time will be different. Proceeds to not be different at all. Rinse, repeat.
He just took out an entire squad of 20 ATs on his own. Send more
Send
ATs
more.
after him. These ones will get him.
How about we try a different strategy? Where is he, and how many nukes do we have?
Yeah, they did actually try that.
Yeah,
It still didn't work.
It didn't work, yeah.
Clearly, Kirito has a big built kill limit. Send waves and waves of soldiers at him.
Okay, what if we send the psychological torture ship? We have one of those? No, but it just kind of floats out in space. I don't know. We
Yeah.
could like guide it or something, I guess. What does it even do? It plays loud trumpets at like 3 o'clock in the morning and then plays scenes of war and massacre that Kiriko was involved in. And somebody built this entire ship to psychologically torture Kiriko, and it is never explained.
It is the least explained thing in that entire series. In that zero. There was zero explanation for the ship existing in the entire series. There's no explanation how they got there.
Like I could
Just why the ship exists.
I could absolutely understand if it was like, what's his name, Wiseman or whatever. It was like, oh yeah, I totally I made this ship to fuck with Kiriko, but that never actually gets said.
No, you literally cut from the end of one arc effectively to they wake up on this weird ship with only him and Fiona. No one else is there. It's flying through space. Also, to occasionally torture you with war crimes.
Every like 3 hours, it blares trumpets and plays war
Videos of
crimes
war crimes.
that Kiriko committed as part of the Red Shoulders.
That's it. There's no
And then,
explanation.
and then they leave after like a couple weeks.
Yeah, the ship gets attacked and they leave.
Yeah.
It is the most bizarre arc of that entire series.
It goes on for like 4 episodes. It goes on for an inexplicably long time for how much is actually going on during that sequence.
Yeah, going from what is effectively small robot Vietnam to war crime torture ship with zero explanation.
Yeah, it's also bookended by Space Vietnam and Mad Max. So it's like this insane total whiplash speed bump.
We need to fill a couple episodes in the middle of this series. What do we do? I have an idea. Sure, go nuts.
How much acid did you just drop?
Yes.
I am still disappointed that he doesn't have his most ridiculous sword in this
The
game.
rocket
No,
sword.
no, he doesn't get the rocket sword in this one, which disappoints me, but
Yes, the ultimate sword of Daigengar is so large and in fact has multiple battleship engines on it to aid him in swinging it.
God, and I just love the idea of this particular Ultraman fighting Armored Trooper Photon's AT.
At least they're close to the side.
Oh, look! It's something we can actually fight, not the giant over there that's crushing us like
Also,
ants.
you say that, but Kiriko fought on foot with this weird
Well, yeah, but
shotgun pistol thing.
Yes, but they underestimate Kiriko too. Kiriko too.
I mean, the entire series of Mellow Link is about a dude on foot with a pile driver cannon taking out ATs.
This is not the like mobile suit team from Gundam.
Well, yeah, but just
shitting their pants trying to take down the Zaku.
just the idea of the team over here that's getting like disassembled bolt by Kiriko or crushed to death by like Voltes V, and the other guys over here are like, oh, we got the easy job, we can fight this guy, and then Ultraman just cuts one of them in half vertically.
I want to go home.
I give.
Yes, because as we have established, this is in fact anime Ultraman who doesn't even get big.
Yep. Yes.
He's just normal dude sized.
Is that a laser? Gets cored. Dave, you think it might be time to leave the Gilgamesh army? There's some profoundly dumb decisions being made here.
At least this game doesn't have any recklessly large things in it. Short of the striker itself.
And it's not like a certain other games we played where people were fighting Gunbuster.
Yeah, it's like Gunbuster doesn't show up, or later Gurren Lagann.
So semi-tangentially related, just thinking about various things. I did discover something fucking amazing the other week about the "Raise Your Flag," the IBO song.
Yeah.
So it's by a band called Man with a Mission.
Yep.
Let me find a good picture of these guys. This one should do.
Oh, yes.
So that's Man with a Mission.
Yes, it is. The second you said get a picture, I was like, I know where this is going.
They wear these giant fucking wolf masks.
Go to the.
They have like special names and everything. It's great.
See, now we need the crossover between Man with a Mission and, what is it, Power Wolf, Mackie?
When you twist that sword, that man got turned to paste.
The blade of that sword is, yes, the size of that person. Not to mention, like, it's
Unnecessary.
not to mention, like, it's an AT. So for those who've not watched Votom and may not be aware, you are like in the cockpit of an AT, like kind of bunched up with like your knees up to your chest.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
shit.
kidding when I say it's like a Volkswagen Bug that somebody turned vertical and put legs on. That may be giving it a little bit too much credit. It's more
I
like
was
a
gonna
like
say-
a Fiat that somebody
Yeah, it's
turned
not.
vertical.
It is not like a power suit in the sense that like like the arms of the AT are not like your arms being augmented. The legs of an AT are not like your legs being augmented. You are literally in a little tiny cockpit that is entirely in the torso of this thing.
It was nice of them to deliver themselves in their own coffin for Kiriko.
Yeah.
Bury the whole AT.
Like, they are still about like 8 feet tall or so, so like you have a little bit of room in there, but it is like, first off, you're still not being able to like fully like sit normally inside the cockpit of the thing. And also there is a race of people in Votoms specifically who are like, these are bigger than normal people. They also use ATs that are just slightly larger than a normal AT.
That was also overkill.
Which
I don't know what you're talking about. It's like I used Valor on purpose just to set an example.
realistically means that like they make selection of Quentman AT pilots by looking for the Quentines that are most successful at sucking their own dicks. That's about the position they gotta be in to fit in that fucking thing.
I know, based on what I know about the Quent, they'll deal with a lot of shit. One of them just got shot and was like, hey, got shot.
You know, better carry Kiriko.
Better carry Kiriko.
Fancy.
Okay, what did they do to you?
In fairness, I still think the Volt SV is way worse than this.
Oh, it's definitely worse. But this is the most canon one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's still one of the things I love about IBO is the mission where the part where the guy's outside of his cockpit talking to him, and Enrique's just like, that's a vulnerability right there, huh? Take care of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he kills the Foxface bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Enemy is no longer capable of fighting.
that means we won.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like the Volt SV one is still more horrific when you consider the Volt SV is like 4 times the size of the Barbatos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, that sword is the size of the Barbatos.
Yeah. Presuming that the Voltezes are the biggest unit in this game?
I think, well, okay. Asterisk.
Oh no.
Technically, Mazinger Infinity is in this game.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mazinger Infinity is the biggest thing in this game. The biggest ship is the Dreißriger. It's
The Dress Striker is probably
Yeah.
the biggest ship in SRW, possibly.
yeah.
Maybe.
As far as individual units, I think it is the Voltuses, Voltus and Combatler, the V's.
I'm gonna say it depends. Is the SDF one ever in one of these games?
Yes.
Then Dress Striker's probably not the biggest.
You'd be surprised. The Dreißriger is actually way bigger than you think it
Very
is.
large.
He's loosened up in the sense that he's saying more than 2 words.
The Dress Striker is one of the most reasonable ship to appear in these games that actually could haul all these random things.
That's
out
fair.
of it. We don't have to explain the gunbusters riding on top of the like Neil Argama like a Scooty Puff Jr.
Because Shiriko has the emotional range of a potato.
Kaylin desperately wanting to be in a completely different anime than the one she actually got stuck in.
You know
Can
what?
you
Fair.
blame her? Like, she is among the most competent people in her series, and that's not a high bar.
I should do something with those. Let's see. I think it's actually in the middle of anything.
The SDF-1 is 1,200 meters. The Dress Striker is 2,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, the Dreißriger is way bigger than you think it is.
Fair enough.
Technically 2,021, but yeah, like 2 kilometers. It's huge.
It's a quarter of the size of a Superstar Destroyer.
It's not small. No, no, no.
And I remember them mentioning it early on, the length of it, and it's like, that actually sounds like something that could reasonably hold all these gigantic things carrying around.
Yeah, it is one of the only ships in ever in an SRW game to be like, okay, no, it is actually reasonable for like all of these things to be in it.
Side of it, yeah.
Like we pointed out when we had the God, why am I blanking?
The Gunbuster?
Yeah, the Gunbuster. We pointed out the Gunbuster was literally the same size as the battleship it was supposedly traveling
the
on.
Gunbuster's like 600 meters
Yes.
tall. It rides around. Everything else is inside the ship, and the Gunbuster rides around on top of like a Scooty Puff Jr.
But Scooty Puff Jr. sucks.
It does.
Okay. Gotta add 2 more supporters.
Okay.
Oh,
There is actually something in this game larger than the V's.
huh.
And even I didn't even think about it because I forgot. King Jader is actually ludicrous. It's 100 meters tall.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, because King Jader is a transformed battleship.
Yeah, King Jader is literally a battleship that fuses with and transforms into a bigger fuses with another robot and transforms into a bigger robot.
Still easily fits inside the destroyer.
Yes, but aside from the King Jader, I think the V's are the biggest thing in this game. I am still going through the list, but
Back to the Infinities, and here's the Infinity is, you know, infinity sized. But
Yeah, that doesn't count.
we don't have any of the like really big outliers like Gunbuster or late series Durham Model.
yeah.
Sure. Oh, wait. Potential. Look at that later. Obviously. All right. Next mission. Sure, why not? You know, just basically grab both the unit upgrades and then whatever. Literally whatever.
So yeah, of the units in this game, which we have official sizes for, the V's are the second largest. With Voltez being exactly 1 meter larger than Combattler. Combattler is 57 meters, Voltez is 58, and then King Jader is 101.
I figure that's the size of the like old school combining mecha end up in that range.
It varies a lot.
You would really be surprised. Dan Kuga isn't actually that big.
I mean, sometimes they are indeed combining like 5 Volkswagen Beetle equivalents.
Sure.
Yeah, like base Dan Kuga is only about 30 to 35 meters, depending upon which version you're looking at. And the Dan Kuga we have in this is actually just an armored up version of the regular Dan Kuga. It's not actually a...
Ultimate Dan.
Yes. Not to be confused with Final Dan Kuga, which is not actually the final form of Dan Kuga. Ultimate Dan Kuga is the final form of Dan Kuga.
Imagine this is an argument that would be easily solved by just locking them both in the same room with Ryoma.
You don't even need to lock them in a separate room. You know Ryoma's just going to put them both in a headlock. And like do some sort of weird Kung Pao thing where he kicks both of them while he's holding.
Oh, you're talking about that's a perfectly normal move.
It is also, those calculations are also only because we don't as a unit, or actually I think maybe we do. I can't remember if the version of Shin Dragon we get in this is the actual like insane form. Because if it is the actual, like, boosted form of Shin Dragon that we get, then it's 600 meters.
I mean, we get both.
No, we get Shin Dragon True Form, which is different than the actual form I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because specifically, it becomes this giant 600-meter thing when Dr. Saotome takes it back over.
Mm.
But it's not entirely clear with the way that this game goes if the version of Shin Dragon we get is like the form of it is, but it also has that form in a much smaller size. Not the Quasters.
I love their
Making it
oats.
up.
I'm especially a fan of the Quaster rice cakes.
They're pretty good.
Caramel ones are great.
I'm a huge fan of the apple cinnamon.
White cheddar's also pretty good.
Haven't tried that.
I just want to know what Roman senators are doing in space.
Stabbing Space Caesar.
And the damn thing also flies.
Uh-huh.
Wait, let me check something.
Something electromagnetic radiation.
Okay. This is just punch them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kill.
Just making sure there wasn't a keep them from coming to X or Y.
No,
which
no,
I
no.
was pretty sure wasn't on this mission.
They would almost always when that is the case, they will highlight the squares you're protecting. So if you don't see that on the map, you usually are fine. Like, I can't think of a single mission in this game where it is like protect target area where it doesn't actually highlight the target area. Either highlight or reach. There have definitely been previous games where they kind of fucked up on that, but this one, as the best of my recollection, is pretty much 100% on, like, if there is a specific area to do something with, it will always highlight it on the map. Oh yeah, also, because I had to fuck around with a bunch of stuff and it reminded me to do it, we have heats back.
Yeah.
And theoretically, it should not be at absolute deafening volumes. I did go in and set it down to like volume level 1 in the game.
Yeah, we had a real in the last battle.
I said it was overkill, but these are Quaisters to go nuts.
They know what they did.
They're also unmanned.
I mean, being man doesn't matter. We saw what happens with those ATs. They somehow get out of their AT before it explodes. Somehow.
It's ejecting from life.
I don't think the body being thrown from the cockpit counts as ejecting.
It was
By
body. It
strictest
was the
technical
limbs.
definition,
Or technically correct, the best kind of correct.
It was ejected from the cockpit in pieces. And it exploded.
Well, it wasn't the explosion that ejected those pieces. It was the force of turning the sword.
I feel like the force of transport like just pasted most of the
Yeah.
insides inside the cockpit.
Realistically, the sword is bigger than him by a significant margin. At best, he got ejected by the tip of it. It went through the cockpit.
Ejected out the back of the mech.
well, because the tip of it never went through the cockpit because it was a slash
Yes, he
in.
does a V.
Yeah, that's true. So,
He literally slashes in. The whole reason he turns the sword is so he can make a V on the slash.
Correct.
Oh, thank goodness, the sword missed me. Oh!
Well, okay, a V with a very chunky point.
Very bloody point. Leaking all that raspberry jam.
That is still somehow, in a game that has fucking IBO in it, the most visceral attack animation of just grabbing the fucking guilt card and turning it manually. Like, that's fucked up, man. Ryoma, what's wrong with you? Oh, wait, no, I know the answer to this. You were trained by Ryoma.
that's not Yuma. That's
Oh,
the
that's
Voltus V that does
That's
that.
right, Voltes V is the...
Yep.
That's right, Voltes has the sword turn.
A combatant just turns into a drill and
It's like,
smashes right into the center.
I'm sorry I got my two nearly indistinguishable Vs that were literally a year apart from each other and intentionally designed to look like the same fucking thing.
We're going to show him the yo-yo.
The yo-yo of his ways.
That's right. Hyoma and the Combattler team are too old to have childhood trauma due to retrained by Ryoma. No, we had to give Voltes the like group of like 10 and 8-year-olds over to Ryoma to train.
Sounded like a good idea at the time. I'm not sure to who, but it
Did
sounded
it?
like a good idea at the time.
Sounded like a great idea to Ryoma.
Start that off. Okay.
Hey kids, can you spell PTSD? No? Good.
Oh no, the Combattler V is pretending to be in danger.
Yeah. I did love when you went to go check the objectives and the little like tooltip from the game was like, don't just rush in or they'll group up on you and you'll be in trouble. And it's like,
Will I?
no.
No.
I have wall and wish.
And I don't know, 400 fucking other things I can do for all matters. I'm a high level of 5 pilots.
Yeah. It's like, I suppose in theory, if like this battle went on for 60 or 70 turns, maybe I'd be in trouble.
It's like he's got an entire other round of walls worth of SP currently.
Also, because he's stubborn.
He's just a shy little boy.
No, I'm an asshole. Stop ruining my image.
Ah, come here and get a noogie. Oh, Jesus, Ryoma, no! Last time I gave him a noogie, he was in a coma for 3 days.
Wuss.
See if we can go for a new record.
Ryoma crouched on top of his hospital bed, staring down at him.
I have to wake up someday. Baka.
Oi!
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be some Cossacks dancing.
I honestly don't know what's up with this thing.
What do you think Ropet does?
it's the fucking 70s, man.
Oh God, please no! The combo attack, they just literally just both of them doing their strongest attack.
Yes.
We heard there were war crimes being committed, so we came here to stop it. Oh, it's you guys. Never mind.
Jesus, chill.
I mean, I know they're unmanned units, but...
Meanwhile, Ryoma just like, you would not believe how unbelievably rock hard I am right now. I got a Tetris.
The true story of how we obtained the copyright to Voltes V and saved the world from communism.
Oh, I had the black cart Volt SV.
Oh.
Technically an unauthorized one. I did actually have one singular unauthorized Nintendo game.
Which one?
Captain Cosmic.
Oh.
was on a blue cart.
Oh. Only blue card I ever saw was one of the Bible game things, like Noah's Ark or something like that.
That's the Bible.
Despite being a Christian game, the gameplay was actually really solid. It was the weirdest thing. You're like,
よし回避成功だ悪の手先となった機械
I did not expect that quality out of a game that was trying to spread a message like that.
大神さん
Oh my god.
ここに幸あれハレルヤ
That guy right there.
Weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the oddest NES game I ever had was I had a gray cartridge, Legend of Zelda.
Right, it doesn't get right next to it. Okay.
Okay, so you want to know something there, Hunter? Color Dreams is the parent company of Wisdom Tree. The company that made all those Bible NES games.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Color Dreams is the company that made that Captain Cosmic game that I have.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, they made Bible Adventures, Exodus, King of Kings, The Early Years, Joshua and the Battle of Jericho, Spiritual Warfare, Bible Buffet, Super 3D Noah's Ark, and Sunday Fun Day. Those are the ones as Wisdom Tree, as opposed to the games they published as Color Dreams, which were Baby Boomer, Captain Cosmic, Crystal Mines, Master Chew and the Drunkard Who, Metal Fighter, Raid 2020, Challenge of the Dragon, King Neptune's Adventure, Menace Beach, Prodicus Conflict, Pesterminator, the Western Exterminator, Robo Demons, Silent Assault, Captain Comic 2, Fractured Reality, Operation Secret Storm, Secret Scout in the Temple of Demise, Crystal Mines 2, only for the Atari Lynx, and Freefall.
Speaking of game companies, did you guys hear that Acclaim is coming back?
I mean, the biggest possible air quotes, yes.
Just not a name I was expecting to see again.
I mean, they're coming back in much the same way that, like, Atari came back, or, you know, half these other companies that have been defunct for decades and somebody owned the IP rights for them and are now deciding to reopen them as a label. It's a very ship of Theseus in the guise of game development thing, because it's like any game you may have liked from Acclaim, it's not like that person or that team is going to be back there.
That's fair.
in much the same way that like people nowadays talk about like how like, oh, BioWare games have gone way down in quality, and it's like, yes, because literally nobody you liked that made the BioWare games you
there
like
anymore.
has been there for a decade.
The random game aside, for those of us who have played Unicorn Overlord, right now Sega's doing a like Sega International Women's Day thing,
Uh-huh.
where they're posting like various female characters from games, and people are voting for which one they want to be like the rep between those two characters.
Uh-huh.
Lex, Unicorn Overlord. Anyone who hasn't played Unicorn, Lex is a man.
Lex is a dude. He's also literally the first character I swapped out from like as soon as I had enough units to field a full team and have spares, Lex went fucking bye-bye because he's the worst character in the game.
Yes, he's in competition with Hulkenberg from
Metaphor.
Metaphor for Fantasio. Just like, people are pulling out. And the artwork of the official artwork does make him look kind of feminine, but
That's a dude. Like
that's a dude. It's 100% a dude.
I think it would be especially funny if it was like a Camille situation.
It'd be one thing if the character was like slightly ambiguous in game,
Yeah.
but they're not. They're not.
No, like he's very clearly a dude. Like there are other female characters you have at the start of that game.
Scarlet is also in competition. Like the actual like main female lead of the game, effect is included in that thing, but choosing Lex is a weird choice.
Only because those cowards wouldn't put Berengaria in there because they know she'd fucking win.
Berengaria, any of the elves.
I do also like, I'm reading some commentary on it now. I do also like somebody pointing out nothing says International Women's Day like pitting women against each other.
Yeah.
I mean, also, for anyone who hasn't played it, play Unicorn Overlord. It's an absolutely fucking fantastic game.
Fantastic.
The tabletop card game, it's alright. The actual video game, fucking fantastic. like as somebody who was a huge fan of like the Ogre Battle series forever and ever, it is the absolute best spiritual successor to Ogre Battle I could ever possibly wish for. Like it plays like I remember Ogre Battle playing, not like Ogre Battle actually plays. Because God, I've tried to go back and play the original like Super Nintendo Ogre Battle
Does not
a
hold up.
couple years ago. It's rough, man.
Like, I was going to be biased to like it anyways, because it's a Vanillaware game. And
Yeah.
I supported everything they put out, but God, is it good.
Yeah, I think it may be the best game Vanillaware has ever made.
I can do that. It is solid all the way through.
And again, I say that as someone who has liked pretty much every game Vanillaware has ever made.
The worst part of a vanilla game release, you have to wait another 5,
10 years, yeah.
10 years for another vanilla game to come out.
Yeah, that was 5th. Okay.
I will say that 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is one of the only, like, time travel stories I actually like.
Yes, 13 Sentinels was really good. Now, I do have to be very careful with, like, I did specifically say I like almost everything that Vanillaware has put out because no one likes Grim Grimoire.
Like Odin Sphere.
Odin Sphere is fantastic. Muramasa was great. Dragon's Crown, 13 Sentinels, and we did 13 Sentinels on stream.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Unicorn Overlord is phenomenal. I mean, technically they have a slightly higher production rate if you consider like remasters of old games in the middle there.
True. They did a re-release of Muramasa. They did a re-release of
But yeah, because you've got what you actually have is so like 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. They released at least one game every year, but is what it is. You know, simpler times. It was like PS2 era, Nintendo DS. Those games are much faster to develop. Then it slowed down to every couple years because after 2009, where you had Muramasa, then it took 2 years for Grand Knight's History, which never actually got a Western release, and then another 2 years for Dragon's Crown, and then you got 6 years before 13 Sentinels, and then 5 years between 13 Sentinels and Unicorn Overlord. But in the middle there, you did have, in 2013, you had the Muramasa Rebirth one, then you had 2016, which was Odin Sphere Liftizer, 2018, which was Dragon's Crown Pro, and then 2022, Grim Grimoire once more, which who asked for this? They did technically release a PS5 port of Grim Grimoire once more in 2023. Who asked for this?
Makes me want to go play through Muramasa again.
Muramasa is really good.
Maybe I'll save that for like a stream playthrough.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this challenge. I can't imagine this challenge again really a Vita game.
Not even remotely.
We do the DLC chapters.
I was more just trying to think. I don't know how much effort has ever been actually put into like Vita emulation, seeing as there were like 4 fucking games of relevance on the Vita. Even Sony didn't try to pretend like the Vita mattered.
It was much more popular in Japan than it was in Western.
So it sold 10 units in Japan?
It sold very well in Japan, actually.
And the Vita was great as a portable RPG machine.
I'm pretty sure Syphilis is more popular in the West than the PlayStation Vita.
That's fair.
Like the majority of titles on the Vita were re-released. Insert RPG here on the Vita.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong. I fucking love P4 Golden. It's on Steam now. Like,
It's on Steam, it's on the Switch, it's on other consoles.
they need to fucking... Actually, I think they didn't they? Free the rhythm games, because those are
Yes.
actually when they did the Dancing Starlight and Dancing Moonlight, they also did a port to regular consoles.
Yeah, I've got all four of them on my PS, or all three of them on my PS4.
Yeah, so those are no longer trapped on Vita. Like,
I was just disappointed that these second two dancing games didn't also have a canon plot.
Yeah.
yeah, but man, with how much of their fucking dick they stuck in fucking the P4 dad.
When you open with, hey, we're going to make a rhythm game, but we want to make canon and have story, and it's going to open with an idol suicide.
It's literally a cutscene of a child discovering their favorite idol has hung herself in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Like, all right, good to know this is still a Persona game.
Here's your opening cutscene before you do a fucking thing in this game. There is very much a what the fuck moment when you start P4 Dana.
Okay, so I have found a Vita emulator. I'll do some testing on it and see how well it actually runs Muramasa Rebirth. Just because the biggest thing about it is, like, as far as I can tell, that is literally the only emulator that exists.
That's right. That's because I don't have as much demand for Vita emulation.
Yeah.
Considering the vast bulk of the Vita catalog is games that were re-released on Vita.
Kind of the same way where if you like go looking for like an Atari Jaguar emulator, there's one. There's exactly one.
Oh, good. I can play that.
It mostly works.
Playing the Alien vs Predator game. I didn't want to enjoy playing a game. That was not a good game.
It's is better than the reason why that emulator exists. Somebody wanted to play Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales.
Why?
Literally, the Atari Jaguar emulator exists, and the dev has said this openly because he wanted a way to play Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales again.
It's a choice.
And didn't want to spend thousands of dollars on getting a working Atari Jaguar.
Like I said, it's a choice. Not one I'd have made.
It's also how there's, like, if I recall correctly, exactly one actual functional CDI emulator.
That doesn't surprise me. Let me guess, the Zelda games?
I don't know why. That one, I don't know why. I would imagine probably, if anything, it was going to be the Zelda games, but, like, all I know is that there is exactly one actually functional CDI emulator.
Well, no, they just wanted to play Burn Cycle.
I don't know what that is.
A brain tumor.
Okay. See, I knew about the Zelda ones before I found someone speedrunning it, because I remember the infomercials for the CDI, which advertised nothing but those Zelda games.
So I can finally issue the cursed statement: Burn Cycle is a worse Johnny Mnemonic.
Not inaccurate.
Okay.
I mean, let's be fair here, Krampus. They could want to play the worst version of the Seventh Guest.
That is true, yes.
The one that required not only a CDI, but also the digital video card add-on for the CDI.
There were add-ons?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Because when you've thrown that much money down a hole, you can't help but throw it in a hole. That's the sunk cost fallacy, baby.
You want to know the worst part about the CDI? It wasn't
was
adver- Okay. Yes. It did not have an advertisement by Leonard Nimoy.
Magnavision. What's up, Bograt?
So I am looking at the list of Philips CDI games. And again, there's a column in there which says whether or not the digital video upgrade was required. This upgrade was somehow required for Clue on the Philips CDI.
Oops.
Yeah, you fucking wish. Ooh, there's a hell of a title for a game. Effacer, Hangman from the 25th century. European Party. I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of that online. That's not family friendly CDI. Ah, Hotel Mario. Laser Lords.
Okay. I have a weird soft spot in my heart for Laser Lords. I still don't think it was worth the CDI being made. But without the CDI, we don't get Laser Lords, and I think the world's a darker place for that.
Apparently, there was a game on the CDI called Monty Python's Invasion from the Planet Skyron.
Okay.
Well, they had Muzzy on the Philips CDI.
Oh.
Je suis la jeune vie. Ah, Pack Panic.
Pack Panic.
All right. There's a killer app.
Well, okay.
There's a killer app for your Philips CDI. A digital version of Scotland Yard.
I don't know. It's a choice.
Ah, Strip Poker Live, not to be confused with Strip Poker Pro. Ah, there we go. The official Thunder in Paradise video game.
Oh my god.
Anything can happen. I like an episode of Thunder in Paradise where Thunder gets used to take down Gawker. Can't believe they drove a speedboat through it.
I liked that show as a kid.
We all make mistakes.
Explora 1 Peter Gabriel's Secret World.
To be fair, that was before it came out that Hulk Hogan was a piece of shit.
Iron Sheik tried to warn us.
Yeah,
You
it's,
know, I know.
A game simply entitled Voyeur.
Wonder what it's about.
actually, that one was a murder mystery, I think.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yes, however, a major selling point of the game was the mature content of the full motion video sequences with a number of simulated sex scenes.
Yes.
Classy.
But it was also one of those like Night Trap style go around to the different camera.
Comparing it to Night Trap does not make it defensible.
I wasn't trying to defend it. I'm categorizing it. There's a difference. That's why we have different degrees of murder. Also, my favorite characters from Gun X Sword here.
They're exceptionally crotchety old men in this game.
Yes. I mean, really, these are just Krampus's favorite characters because he identifies deeply with Carlos falling asleep in the middle of social situations.
I feel like I'm getting called out.
I think you're getting called out.
Yeah.
Feel like you're getting called out. Basically, in this game, they're old veterans from pre-Amuro, Ryomo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk.
Just because they do weird moves doesn't mean they shout them.
Rude.
Shut your mouth, Ryoma.
Okay, Ryoma, you are going to have to be more specific because Dr. Hell does pretty regularly bring back dinosaurs to fight for it.
Let's step away from characters we're actually interested in for a moment. Priscilla. Fucking Brownie. I'll say at least the Brownie has more than 2 attacks in this game, like the last time it showed up.
Like, it is explicitly very fucked up for Ryoma to call about, like, yeah, when the dinosaurs are the primary antagonist of the Getter Robo series is the Dinosaur Empire.
Yep. So he's not actually using it as an insult. He's actually describing a time he's aware of.
No, he's also using it as an insult. This is Ryoma, let's be real. That story was so long, I feel that we're now on an SRW map.
Rude.
An armor, or I don't know, a mobile suit, or pick something.
All talking?
The brownie.
Good night.
No, no.
So, anyways,
If you're gonna cut a V in them, you need to jam it in there and then twist it.
Twist it.
twist that off.
Ah, Zeal, because he needs that.
You just got hit.
Once.
Did he even get to swing?
Shit, it's Axel. Got it memorized.
Knock that off.
Okay, so the claw is going to put his heart in a box.
Oh god. I mean, that would simplify things. Just
That's,
put his heart in a box and he's dead.
strangely enough, it's actually a more intelligent plot.
Just think of how many villains you could defeat.
Okay, so then he's going to merge himself with the Akashic Field
And
and then
lost it.
send the knowledge that he gains from doing so to himself back in time so he can write a book that contains all human knowledge.
Yeah, because he had his disciple holding his eye in the form of a Keyblade. As he went forward in time, carrying the box that he used to send himself forward in time later on after getting all the information to write a book back in the past.
Now
Watch
is
out.
not the time to pole dance.
Watch out, she has a combat yo-yo.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Also, you can't make fun of people having combat yo-yos.
Why can't we?
We have combat yo-yos on our own team.
We can still make fun of them too.
It
Also, mecha combat yo-yos are less.
can we do make fun of this,
fair,
Yoma?
that's fair. That's fair.
Besides, the difference is she uses a combat yo-yo as a person, not as a mech. Completely different thing.
Yeah, it's much dumber as a mech.
Yes.
It's actually incredibly dumb.
If we're being perfectly accurate, we shouldn't actually be designating them as combat yo-yos. We should be designating the toys as toy yo-yos. Yo-yos were a weapon.
Yes, they were.
Like, that's where it comes from. They were literally a bludgeoning weapon. Very useful at taking out other delinquents.
I learned that from Ninja Turtles too.
I mean, all of it is just a reference to Sukeban Deka. inspired an entire genre of TV show in Japan that just like gradually escalated. Like Sukeban Deka was just kind of straightforward, and it was like you fought delinquents with a yo-yo, and eventually the dominoes fall, and you end up with the special forces trained girl that's fighting high school delinquents with a bazooka.
That is a new scale of escalation.
ロボ同士での戦闘胸が高鳴りますイカルガの全力お見せしましょう経路変更格闘戦でいきますイカルガと僕の全てを最後の一撃で出し切ります最高です僕の相棒
Shoujo Commando Izumi. like, in fairness, she uses the bazooka like 5 times the entire show. But one of them is like the first episode.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a bazooka.
Yeah.
Might as well use it.
When I do say the dominoes falling eventually leads there, I do really mean that. That was like the last type of those shows they ever actually made. Because they were just like, okay, man, we're done.
I mean, how do you escalate from
Where do
there?
we go from here?
Calling in a carpet bomb?
相手でも絶対に負けないやるよレイ
Artillery support shoujo.
これで終わりだ
データでは旧式のロボットのはずだが俺を使ってくれジェデカやるぞガンワックス
Butt chugged a shit ton of gasoline. I'm ready to go.
マックスキャノンモードジャージマックスキャノン発射終わったな切れた
There's something like mildly disconcerting about the cut there from it being like with the flames and the chibi model, and then immediately cutting to almost the exact same pose, but in the actual animation style.
Oh no, a bunch of enemies. What'll happen now?
Hell yes, old man squad. Hell yes, old man squad.
I mean, you get excited. They're going on the fucking boat immediately.
I know we're not using them. Let me have my fun while we're after.
They get to go on the boat, then sit there until the like
Next
mission
scenario that
right
actually
before the end game splits. Of course, not full power. Why? Members still asleep.
Say that to like the 5 buildings that got blown.
I
to
was gonna
pieces
say.
behind them.
Protected this town, except for those buildings that were just destroyed. We get it. You need clean pants. Jesus. And around us.
No, Bentong World Domination would be more intelligent than what they're doing.
Yeah.
At least that's a respectable goal.
We'd have respect for them. That was the case.
Yep, the Eldora Soul. And it's like 4 pilots.
Yep.
Just for the hell of it.
Yep.
Amongst our weapons are such diverse weapons.
It's not even a bad unit if you wanted to use it. It's capable of one-shotting trash on its own, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually a good unit.
Entirely unupgraded. It was one-shotting that thing before Vince used Valor to...
And now, get it.
You don't do it because it's necessary. You do it because it's fun.
Do it because something light of evil, something smite darkness.
Justice shines.
You tell him, Carlos.
Honestly, like the biggest disappointment of Eldora Soul is in a game that has just scads of like multi-pilot units. They all only have like 3 spirits.
Yeah.
They don't get full spirit lists like the Combattler Voltes pilot group do. Or like fucking Final Gal Gaigar, which is like stupid.
There's no points on this mission, I assume, right?
No.
Okay.
Even though Van says, like, let me get the kill against Priscilla.
Doesn't matter. No.
I didn't think it would.
None of the side missions in this full like set that unlock have extra requirements, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, like just in general for the entire,
Like the key missions do.
not even most of those actually. Like there is one key mission that has one that is literally just make sure to do it before another mission to trigger a special thing. Basically just getting the early spiral flash for Umi and Fu. There is some Katajina points in one of them, and then there is another true ending question in the final key mission of the chapter. But like that's it for all the key missions throughout the whole chapter. Those are the only actual points for anything, and none of the optional missions this entire chapter have.
Special requirements or special things.
Yeah, like we will get the second V2 because we already did the requirements for that when we do Flash for Space. But yeah, there are only actual 3 special secret things in this entire chapter. Yeah, the Katajina points in infiltrating Zanskar, the scales question in a purified land, and then the technically if you making sure you do Showdown in Sephiroth before you do World in Turmoil.
Which isn't even missing
Does,
out on it.
doesn't even matter because like literally if the only reason why it's do that before that is because
You get the
otherwise you
attack
get the World in
upgrades
Turmoil in the World in Turmoil.
Yep.
Yeah, that being said, also once we complete a Flash through Space, then we'll have free reign to do whatever again because we don't have any more time locks this chapter.
The last mission is time locked, isn't it? But we have to do like key missions for it triggers.
I don't think the last mission is even time locked. Oh yeah, it is, but
Purified Land is.
Purified Land is, but specifically that also requires us to do certain specific other missions.
Correct. But if Purified Land is time locked, then we're starting next chapter.
Yeah.
We basically don't do infiltrating Zanskar or New Wings.
Yeah. Or at least essentially save that for
Save them
last.
for last. Yeah. Because you have to do them eventually. Or like, I assume I have to do them eventually progress, but.
I mean, infiltrating Zanskar, you do have to. It is actually a key mission.
Yeah.
And now you don't have tough.
But you can basically put it off to the very last
Oh.
mission.
And New Wings, we already did. That's the one. You have to do that one first in order to get the second V2.
Yeah.
Because that's back in Chapter 4.
Yeah, so as long as we do.
As long as we save infiltrating Zanskar to be the last thing we do.
Semi-last thing, because there is a mission that's doing.
Yeah, but basically we get 3 missions after we do infiltrating Zanskar before we have to
Yeah.
move on. So as long as we do it, as long as we do everything else before we have available before we do infiltrating Zanskar, then we're fine.
Yeah, it looks like after do everything else but infiltrating Zanskar, doing that will unlock 2 more missions. Return to Jopper on a warning.
Yeah.
And we have 3 missions. It forces us into the level. Actually, I think it also unlocks it. But technically, we'd have.
Yeah, because it does also unlock Bells on the Battlefield.
Yeah, because we have only.
As long as we have more than 100
100
kills on Uso, which I don't know if we currently have that many. I know we have a lot. I don't remember If he had 100 plus yet or not.
Yeah, so if we put off infiltrating the Answer until everything else is done, we'll unlock exactly
3 missions, yeah.
to do before it forces the final.
平和をこの手につかむまで俺たちは戦い続ける
Is that Snake?
Yes.
Okay, good. Somebody interrupted them before they had like 20 more lines.
Oh, there's no.
Oh, there's no going. It's just in the background.
Someone mute their mic.
But yeah, if this was literally any other Super Robot Wars game, I would actually use them.
30 just has Sonic.
Yeah.
No one else will take me.
I mean, sure, I guess we could use the brownie as a doorstop.
You can tag along. We have far worse people on the ship.
Thinking of starting.
Right, that improves that supporter as well.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're forced on a mission. Okay.
Well, we're forced to. The next mission we do will be.
Yeah.
We can still come in here and do all this. We can still do onboard stuff.
Yeah. We just can't do map stuff.
Yeah, you can't go to the map or do any other non-onboard mission.
Alright. Already.
Yeah, we already used them as housekeeping.
Yeah.
And blessed to the.
Yeah.
Adds blast, and I think increases SSP because I think it was 15 before.
Possibly, yeah. Alright. Yep, on to this. Flash the space.
So, as we've mentioned a couple times, this is sort of the point where the game kind of goes, hey, story stuff coming up is going to require you to have recruited a bunch of characters, so we're just going to force you into this mission to make sure that you have those characters. So essentially, if you just kind of blitz through this game, just doing the key missions and story missions, rather than actually going around doing all the optional stuff, this shoves like 90% of the Gundam cast into your roster.
This is an SRW game. It's gonna include Gundam here. All the Gundam characters.
Yeah, it's mostly Gundam, and then it's also the extra stuff from Majestic Prince, because it's where it will also shove Black Six and the Rhinos.
This is an SRW game. You cannot ignore Gundams.
You expect me to help by ramming into another ship.
Failing to destroy that ship and dying in the process.
Yep. I mean, he did damage it.
Damage.
That they repaired within like 2 episodes.
And he died in the process.
And died in the process. And took their V2 with that second V2 with.
Flash through space.
And did immediately make Marvin a single parent.
Well, I knocked up Margaret. Time to go!
Yep, pretty much.
Go never smoke. Smash.
Did it before she even found out she was pregnant. When every new type knew she was pregnant before she did.
Sure. Okay.
I wish I had like all the gyms there.
Yep, that sure is a thing.
Junket.
Made a big super weapon.
Again.
Yeah, it's not the dumbest super weapon.
This time we're not even trying to hide that it looks like a cock and balls.
It's not the dumbest super weapon in their series.
Yeah.
Just have to wait a while for him to deal with the angel.
Oh, is that in this game?
Yes.
I mean,
Of course.
Victory is like the
Victory is
primary
for the core
Gundam
series.
series. Like, Victory and Narrative are the primary Gundam series for this game.
Oh my god, that fucking. Fighting over, I think his head was lit on fire.
Yes, the Angel Halo, which, as we have discussed, is entirely unclear whether it physically or mentally infantilizes everybody. Either way, it's dumb.
You know, it turns people into babies, one way or another.
I mean, even in Space Ace, Blorf just had a gun that did that. He didn't have to build the giant halo.
I want people to stop fighting, so I'm creating an empire to go take over everything. Dan Scare's ideals are really fucking dumb.
Alright, so we have 6 turns to something.
Defeat all enemies.
Yeah. It'll spot me 4 turns.
First off, I can't hear anything you're saying.
I muted thinking you'd be able to hear me through the headphones. I was asking, is that an actual,
No, that's the messages about me banning somebody who came in advertising.
Cool.
Also, seriously, stop asking, because I don't like bringing up on stream that we banned somebody,
Yeah.
Okay.
even if it's for advertising. Like, I'm on top of it, I promise.
Right, you don't have any of the power parts.
What?
Oh, no, it's a morale issue. Okay. Other people do stuff. Since this is first battle, we don't have any of the upgrades for the,
Reinforced Junior.
yeah.
Oh no.
You okay there? We're detecting plot advancement. We could. Or we could go murder these kill-stealing bitches.
Like if they're fighting indiscriminately, so can we. Both.
Maybe we're going to anyways, but...
Yeah. But we want to kill the Zanscare before they do, so we can get the XP.
Exactly. One more.
Goody Buff Jr. sucks. Genuinely, probably the dumbest thing that was ever put on a ship in Gundam.
Giant beam brow.
Which is saying something considering the series it comes from has
Listen, the Motorrad is just dumb as an entire thing. It's not a dumb thing put on a warship. It's just a dumb warship.
I might be remembering wrong, but wasn't it actually like the barrier shield they used to protect against asteroids?
Something like
Just-
that. They
they
just
changed with
focused
the
down.
projectors?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, because like those little like emitters are supposed to like fold out like an umbrella thing.
Yeah.
As like a deflector shield, but they literally figured out like if we did them all the way around, it just basically turns into a spike.
I mean, it's a good innovation for using something like, if you're not using it for the actual barrier. And as dumb as it looks, it works.
Alright, well, like I say with them. Someone had it. Okay.
do actually need 20 some odd more kills on Uso by the end of this chapter, so.
Okay.
Kills.
Yeah, 100 kills to unlock the special mission. Again, we will otherwise get it next chapter, but
Worst case, we get even off stream, just load up one of the front, like a couple of the front missions.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll probably just do that on the Steam Deck during the week. It's like, I've seen what the calendar looks like for this week. It is not a week for productivity.
She'll probably survive a crit. Okay.
I mean, does it really matter?
Not per se, but
There aren't special points in this mission or anything.
no. It's,
Yeah, good luck with that.
one push.
I want you to bite her again.
That hasn't happened yet.
No.
If he's in the V2, it absolutely has.
Oh yeah, no, that was the first time he got kidnapped.
Yes.
Sorry, he gets kidnapped multiple times by Zanskare. It's hard to keep track of which time that was.
I don't know who that says more about. Him or them? Because on one hand, yeah, they kidnap him a lot. On the other hand, he gets out of it very easily every time.
He's not good in it.
Like I said, I don't know who it says more about. Him or them.
We captured this kid. What the fuck do we do with it now?
We've captured this kid who, multiple times we've captured him knowing he's a pilot of the Gundam. Should we put more security around him? No.
They've known he was the pilot of Gundam since like episode 3.
I think the first time he was captured Katachina hadn't fully gone over to Zanskir's side, so the people who had him didn't specifically know he was the Gundam pilot. But after that time, they absolutely knew. Also, to be fair, the one who knew that he was early on was Chronicle, and would you have trusted his word?
Considering, like,
I mean,
within the
yes.
universe, yeah, he's like an ace.
Not only an ace, but also like, I'm trying to remember, isn't he like the brother of the Empress or whatever?
Which
Like-
is why a lot of them don't actually have any respect for him because they think he got his job because of his relationship.
Yes, but there's a difference between respect and not trusting. He's not going to fucking lie about, oh, that kid's the pilot of the Gundam. Why would he fucking do that?
I don't remember them paying attention to a thing he said for like the first 10 episodes.
Well, yes, but that's also because everybody in the Zanskar Empire are fucking morons.
True.
The most reasonable person in the Zanskar Empire dies early on and realizes, oh my god, I'm trying to murder a child.
Yeah.
Yes.
We put this man in charge of our ground invasion who's obsessed with motorcycles to a detrimental degree. Take us seriously as a threat.
I mean, fair. His motorcycle ship was very destructive. It
Yeah.
ran over entire cities.
That's great. You do realize the Zanskar's Empire's goal was to take over, not destroy, right?
No, they are quite literally wiping out the people on Earth so that they wipe it clean of the filth.
Well, yes, but the point is they were trying to take over the entire Federation space.
Yes, but they were all, like I said, they were also focused on wiping out the people on Earth because they viewed them as filth.
Yeah, that's great. What do you do with all the motorcycle battleships you spent your entire fucking budget on after that?
Let them scrap. What do you do with anything of war that once you have taken out your enemy all the way?
That's not their only enemy. They still have the entire rest of the Earth sphere to conquer.
Yes, and those things worked in space.
Barely.
Okay, they worked as effective as any Zanskar ship worked in space.
Also, once of the Federation that have to deal with Jupiter.
They are Jupiter.
They are
the
good.
Jupiter Empire.
Zanskar is.
Zanskar is Jupiter.
Never mind then. I thought they were Mars.
No.
No. No, that's Marzion, and
Which doesn't really exist at that point in time. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it for us for today on Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming, as we were continuing our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30. Join us tomorrow as we continue more of our Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Soul Link randomizer run, where we've actually made surprisingly solid progress.
yeah,
First Island Challenge done already.
Few missteps in the initial run, but actually like solid progress as time went on. And then on Thursday, I'll be talking more about Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, and then right back here on next Sunday for more Super Robot Wars 30. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
Haven't you?
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.